All right, y'all, this is Big Rich. We're going to get into it today. We're going to talk about the real stuff. Hey, subscribe to this channel. Share this button if y'all agree with what I be saying, what I be talking about. You know what I mean? I just look at the world a little differently. I got all my sites on my political stuff. It's called Pure Mind. On IG, it's called Pure Mind GV 300. Good Vibes 300. Okay, and also y'all support the channel. You know what I mean? However way that means, just go on the channel, man. Support the channel, man. I'm out here, man. I used to do this back in the day. I was on radio before all them broadcasters was doing it. I was doing it 15 to 16 years ago. You know what I'm saying? On Blog Talk. You know, me and my whole crew, we had it cracking. But so we're gonna get into it today. We're gonna talk about the real factors of real choices that the Supreme Court made that puts this country in a bind. What I mean by that, when they gave Trump immunity and they're allowing him to do all these crimes, you know what I'm saying? You got cops, his police force, whatever you want to call them. They call them ICE, whatever you want to call them. But they're running around here, you know what I'm saying, arresting people and just violating people. No search warrant, no nothing. And by them ruling that if you look Spanish or Mexican or brown, they could literally just harass you. That, I don't know how the Supreme Court came up with that, but that gave Trump everything he needed to do what he's doing right now. Arresting kids, mothers, even fathers at work. You know what I'm saying? On the work site. Yeah, no, not doing no crimes. And also when they gave him immunity, they set this country up where technically now, everybody that's in jail, they need to let them out. Because we don't have there's no laws, you know. We always thought that, you know, nobody was bigger than the Constitution or America. Well, Trump showed that he is bigger than America, literally. And, you know, by him making that statement, I didn't even believe him at the time that he can go down in New York and shoot somebody in the middle of the street and he'd get away with it. I believe it now. I'm a believer. You know, everything Trump said he was going to do, I don't care how crazy it sounded, he's actually doing it. That's the crazy part. And you also have the Heritage Foundation to blame for that. You also have Koch brothers. You know, they've been fighting these battles, these social battles and these political battles for almost 50 years now. I don't know, y'all ain't been paying attention to the game, but it started about 12 years ago, maybe 12, I'm not sure, with that Citizens United. That's when it started allowing these politicians, instead of them going to talk to you personally, they don't have to do that. They used to have town hall meetings every time they came home and explain to the people what they're doing. They don't have to do that. They just have to go and talk to the people who donated the most money, which is these big donors, donate millions and billions. You know what I mean? That's what started to erode our whole United States. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent. I don't give a damn who you are right now. We all got to come together, and that's just real. You can talk about Hillary. You can talk about the Epstein files and all that shit. That shit don't even matter. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If that's what's getting you up, just think about what Trump did in the last 2 months. He took out almost 40 people, man, that's in boats. Now, I don't know if they had drugs or not. But we have the technology that if we see a boat, send another boat and find out if they're fishermen or drug dealers. You just can't hit them from the sky. You know what I mean? And I'm saying this is super illegal. Just imagine if George Bush or Barack Obama or anybody, you know what I'm saying, would have did it like this. You know, Barack Obama was doing it. Bush was doing it too. You know what I'm saying? But they had evidence that these people were either Al-Qaeda or whatever. Trump, if you got a boat, and you better be cool, I wouldn't even go on a boat. Now, in the ocean, no way. Not in a million years you won't see me in the boat. You know what I mean? I don't care what you say. You know what I mean? You getting hit, and you don't even know you're getting hit by drones, jets. You know what I mean? So Trump is have appetite for killing, and that's where it starts. That's the same thing would happen when you know the mustache guy was doing it. When he started able to have people missing like he's doing, arrest people, and then he got the appetite for killing. So then next thing you know, he started putting people on trains, then he started putting them in ovens. You know what I mean? I mean, it was 6 million, but it was also 6 million others. You know what I mean? They don't talk about that. Imagine how many brothers that came up missing that was in Germany. It was a lot of black people in Germany. You know what I mean? When he was around. So you got to realize right now that it's going down. No matter how you look at it, it's going down. And this is Big Rich, and I'm trying to tell y'all, subscribe to that channel, hit that like button, and we got to come together. Pure mind. I'm out.